Hey everybody, welcome to Wrestling with My Opinion. My name is Frank. You can find me on Twitter at MyPWOpinion. The wrestling world hasn't been this on fire in years. Tons of stuff going on. WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, MLW, New Japan. Everybody has something going on right now in the wrestling world. Big shows all over the place, all in the upcoming weeks or this weekend. It's not a better time to be a wrestling fan than right now. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can get notifications when I upload new content. Like the video, and by all means, please leave a comment. I love hearing from everybody, and I will respond back as quickly as I can. So this weekend, we're going to talk a little bit about Impact Wrestling. They have Slammiversary. Check out this fun lineup of matches for Slammiversary this weekend, or actually tomorrow as this video is being done. Four-way Monsters Ball for the Women's Knockout Championship. You got Taya, you got Rosemary, Su Yung, and Jessica Havoc all in the same match. Those are four women that can flat tear down the house. If they're able to just be let go and the venue is big enough, I'm not sure where they're holding it, I haven't seen the venue, but if it's big enough for them to really put on a show, that's going to be a great match. Then you got the X Division Championship. You got Johnny Impact, Nitro, whatever you want to call him, over the years, but he's an amazing talent, still is, going up against the champion Rich Swann. Rich Swann and Johnny Impact, you can't ask for two better guys to really put on a highly athletic and entertaining match, so don't sleep on that match for sure. Then you have the Impact World Tag Team Championships. There's been a change to this match. For those of you who don't know, just last night at the Bash at the Brewery, the North defeated LAX to become the Impact World Tag Team Champions. Now, there's a lot of speculation about why this happened. Was it done to build more interest in their Twitch streams and Impact Plus and get people to want to tune in on there because title changes could happen and keep it interesting? Or is this done because LAX is leaving? Lots of rumor and innuendo out there, to borrow from Conrad Thompson, going on about LAX and where they may go next. Is it AEW? Is it WWE? Will they stay with Impact? Will they just say, screw it, we're going to go out on the independents altogether? Who knows what's going to happen, but they're a highly sought after team right now in the industry. Then you move on to a really cool match. You're going to have Eddie Edwards versus Killer Kross. Wow. Speaking of Killer Kross, another little tidbit of news that just happened last night. He was at an independent show in Las Vegas last night, and there was a run-in from Jon Moxley. Unexpected appearance. They end up having a match. Now, I haven't seen the match, but I do know it ends in a no contest. They end up being separated by the security, and then they both destroy the security together. Really a cool scene. I've seen people sharing it all across Twitter and Facebook and all the social media platforms. If you get a chance, click on the video and watch it. It's just really neat to see somebody like Jon Moxley showing up at a random independent show and working with somebody who we all would love to see him work with, and Killer Kross. The guy's amazing, and those two could put on a wonderful show across the board. After that, you move into Moose versus Rob Van Dam. We all know the story here. Moose wanting to destroy the hardcore legends that have come into Impact with Sabu and Sandman and RVD and Tommy Dreamer, all those guys. He's wanting to destroy them, and Rob Van Dam is part of that. That's where the build-up from this comes from. And if you've been able to watch any of Impact or keep up with it through social media, this has been an intriguing storyline. It's actually been very fun. Next is going to be my favorite match of the night. Sami Callihan versus Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard, in my opinion, without a doubt, is the top female wrestling talent in the world. I don't care. The girl can go. She can do it all. She can fly. She can mat work. She can talk. She can sell. She's just all across the board. She's great. She's not scared to jump in there with guys. And I know there's a bunch of talk about intergender wrestling right now, but when it's done right, it is very, very good. And she, along with Sami Callihan and others that she's worked with in the past, are able to do it very, very well. So this is going to be a fun match. They had some interaction last night as well. So if you get a chance, jump on Impact Plus if you're a member and check out Bash of the Brewery. There's some fun stuff that happened on that last night. Or if you have to, find tidbits of it through YouTube or any of the other social media sites, because I'm sure people have shared video by now. You also are going to have an X Division Open Challenge. TJP, who recently came back to Impact after being released out of WWE, has issued an open challenge. So you got that going on. And then, of course, you have the world title match, which is going to have Brian Cage versus Michael Elgin. Those two guys, two big, huge guys. Brian Cage is just amazing. The guy, to be as big as he is and be as athletic as he is and do the things he does, you can't take anything away from him. Michael Elgin's an intriguing character who honestly is just a major powerhouse, but is also very athletic and able to carry on a good match. So they should put on an interesting show. It'd be fun to see where they go with that one. My personal opinion, I think they will end up having Cage win. The only reason I would see Cage not winning this is if he is leaving Impact for some reason, but there's no reports of that. That's not what I'm saying. But that would be the only thing that made sense to me as a reason for him to leave. This card's stacked for Sunday. If you're a wrestling fan, and I don't mean just a Impact wrestling fan, a wrestling fan in general, tune into this show. There's a bunch of great matches, tons of wonderful talent. Impact continues to put on excellent shows with great storytelling and in-ring action. And the storytelling doesn't only take place going into the matches or build-up of the matches. The talent is excellent at continuing or finishing those storylines in the ring, which is what makes pro wrestling entertaining. So don't sleep on them guys. You got to find a way to watch them. I know people have been frustrated with not being able to find them easily or not having pursuit or whatever the case may be. There's been lots of talk of the Twitch streams not being very stable. I've never had a problem with it. So I kind of wonder sometimes if that isn't just certain people's networks maybe just don't stream very well for that particular platform. Or what the case may be, but I've never had an issue, and it's such an easy way to watch them. Impact Plus, there's ups and there's downs. The ups is that you get to watch things like Bash of the Brewery, which is a really cool show. You can do that on Twitch also. But as far as like the archive content, because of all the changing of hands that the company went through and different things of variations of the company, there's a big segment of it that's missing, which does kind of suck, but the new stuff that's going on there is great. So if you just enjoy watching wrestling in general, you got to get into Impact Plus or following them through Twitch, YouTube, whatever, because they're excellent. Now, biggest news of the week for Impact, next to Slammiversary. Looks like they're making a move to AXS. I believe they pronounce it Access TV. That is going to be excellent for Impact, in my opinion, if this happens. Reports are saying that it may happen very soon, by the end of this month or early next month. That would be wonderful for them because more people do have Access TV or AXS. More people are going to be able to find it and view it. That's going to put more eyes on their product. It's going to help them grow, which is what their goal is. They're trying to rebuild. We all know all the bad stuff, right? So let's not rehash it. You got all the Dixie Carter and all that stuff that just brought it down and down and down and ruined all their TV stuff. They've moved on now from that. They're working on rebuilding. They're truly putting out a good product. This is a positive move for them. Here's the really cool part. It's a better move for us, the fans. So, and here's why. The reason why. Access will now have Impact, New Japan, and Wild Women Wrestling on the same network. You can't beat that. All of that great wrestling on the same network, if they have the foresight or the ability, I guess I should say, to put all of those on the same night and make Impact live. By the way, Impact needs to be live. But if they do that, what a night of wrestling they will have for us, and it would be so great for us to be able to do that. Think about this. you've got SmackDown's moving to Friday. We know that's happening with SmackDown. It's going to Friday. So your week would end up being Monday Night Raw. Tuesday could be an AXS night with Impact Live, New Japan, and Wild Women of Wrestling all on the same night. Wednesday Night Dynamite. Thursday also could be the night that you see Access going to with Impact, New Japan, and WoW. Or you could see possibly a move of, like, say, NXT and NXT UK to Tuesday or Thursday. Either way, you can flip-flop those either way. It doesn't matter. As long as you separate the nights, you can't beat it. Then you got Friday Night SmackDown, and then guess what? You're back to the weekend. With so many companies, you're bound to have some kind of big event on Saturday, because AEW, it appears, is going to run all or most of their pay-per-views on Saturdays. WWE, of course, always runs on Sunday. Impact runs on Sunday for their pay-per-views. But you also have Impact doing, like we've already talked about, Impact Plus, Twitch, Fight TV, with their co-events with smaller independent promotions, just like they did last night with Bash at the Brewery. So, I mean, you just can't beat a full week. Now, all the stars have to align to make this happen. I mean, everything has to 1 and 2 and 3, and everything has to go where it needs to go, and everything has to be perfectly, fit into this little circle. But if the stars align and the wrestling gods love the wrestling fans as much as we hope they do, then this could happen, and it would be amazing. Well, with all of that, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you for choosing my video. Please, once again, click on that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, like the video, and leave me some comments about how you feel on Impact Wrestling in general, the possible move to Access TV, and all that could come with that. And then, you know what? Tell me a little bit about what you think about New Japan or anybody else. I'm always interested to hear from you, and I answer back as quickly as I can. Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend and enjoys all the wrestling. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.